Good morning, snipers. Hope you all slept well last night. I put this morning in the watch list, and I mentioned that OBLG was was rolling pretty good. Even though I said it, I didn't put my buy order in. So I saw it last night on the leading gappers, and I saw it was up last night, but it had no news. So I didn't want to buy it because usually if I do a swing trade, I gotta find news on that stock before I would buy it. But this one here, it had no news, so I didn't swing it. So I woke up this morning. Of course, on TD Ameritrade, you can't trade before 7 a.m. So I couldn't buy it this morning when I saw it back here. So I looked again. I saw it made a move right here at 7 o'clock exactly. It made a jump. This is a 5-minute candle. Let's go to a 15-minute candle. 7 o'clock, it took off. If you look here, you'll see that it went from here to here. So in one candle, it moved 42% on one candle, or $1.63 on one candle. And I didn't buy because I wasn't sure if it was going to pull back or not, or continue that run. But if you look here at the MACD and the RSI, you'll see the RSI was bullish. The MACD is also bullish. So this is the first 15-minute green candle. So technically, or usually, it'd be about 3 or 4 large candles like this in a row on the 15-minute chart. You look here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the first move. Usually, what happens? This candle here, it moved that much, but you look over here, it has a 5.2 million share float. It's currently trading 818,000 shares at the current moment. So it's a very, very small float. What's weird though is there's no news nowhere, which is odd. So either A, it's some options that's being closed out that's creating this run, or news coming. I'm not sure which one it is right now. But look here at the 5-day, 15-minute chart. I'm already on. Look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart. Look at here. Look at the RSI. It's about to go sideways, consolidate. But the MACD is very powerful. Now again, this is my small account. My goal here is $100 a day. But in this case, we already up over 100%. So we already know by now this is going to be leading gapper of the day, and everyone's going to buy this stock because of that reason alone. Look here, level 3, you'll see it's not many buyers over here. A lot of sellers. They probably bought last night, like I should have bought last night and taking profit right now. So I'm going to ride this stock for a little bit and see what happens. Again, at this point, my sell point is going to be at, what we at? 575. If you get a little higher than that, that's good. But let's see what happens. Here's the pullback here on the RSI. Profit taken. Again, there's no news on this stock, but it's running. And we already traded almost 1 million shares right now, pre-market. At 7:13, we already trading 1 million shares, which is odd. Let's watch. I should have been in this stock way back when it was less than $4, but it's okay. It happens sometimes. So I should have been in this trade way back here when the first 5 minute candle created a new high, which is right here. But I wasn't watching it like I was supposed to. So I should have been in technically before $4 and should have had right now $1.47 in profits. But could have, would have, should have, but didn't. So I am in no way at all telling anyone how to trade or how to spend their money. This is only how I do things and how I make my trades. Now, what I would do is, because it's so early in the morning, it's only 7:15. I'm gonna go to my chart menu, and I can watch right here on my chart menu and see what OBLG is doing while I'm watching my other stocks on a day. My current watch list includes MXC, which is up here, had an overnight run. USEG, which is currently pulling back. BRN, which is consolidating the whole morning so far. So I'm in here obviously at 528 or 526. I'm gonna watch it for a minute. If you look here at the 5 minute chart, you'll see it's consolidating right here, straight across, which is fine. Let me draw this channel right quick. I'm gonna draw a regression channel. Check this out. From here to here. It's wrong direction. It's okay. But if you look here, if it breaks that channel, that's the move. We're gonna watch it. We draw one here too. We draw one here as well. From here to there. It look kind of crazy, I know that, but I want you to see both angles. The down pattern as well as the up pattern. And see which way it goes. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go up. But we're going to see the difference in drawing the channel downwards and drawing the channel upwards to see which one is going to go through. So you can so I can get a good look on how it's going to move. If you look here though, the volume is skyrocketing right now. So everyone in Mama is buying this stock, which is cool. It's up 100% right now, 105% so far. So let's see what happens. So again, these are the leading gappers overnight, and I was going to buy this last night, but the problem I had was I had no news on it, so I didn't buy it. See the 5 minute chart here? It's gonna make a move up. Meanwhile, MXC is failing. USEG is not doing much either, and BRN consolidating. They're gonna move right now on OBLG. Watch this. See the RSI and the MACD? See the support 504? Let's watch for a minute. I chased this stock. Never chased the stock. I chased this stock. I shouldn't have. Should have been way before I got in. We're gonna watch it for a minute. And I put the move in here. It was way back here, less than $4. However, I didn't buy till way later in the day, which is crazy. See how this stock is moving along that channel right here? OBLG. What's doing is moving along the channel going up. It's going to bounce, hit, bounce, hit, bounce, hit. That's what it should do. Look at the 1 minute chart. See what it does in the 1 minute chart. See 1 minute chart? It's going along that whole channel. Look at the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, straight incline. See that? So it's moving up. The bottom is no good. It's moving up. See, this channel here helps out a lot. It allows you to see the big picture. Now remember though, the 5 minute, the 15-minute, and the 1 minute all going to show different. But what you do is you decide which one you're going to use, and however you trade, whether it's the 5 minute, the 15-minute, the 1 minute, that's the one you watch. And my situation is I watch the 15-minute first for a big picture. Then I swing to the 5 minute. It's where I buy in or sell at. I only go 1 minute chart for references, for quick micro pullbacks or micro moves. That's a 1 minute chart for that. The 5 minute getting better picture to look at what's going on. 5 minute wise, it's telling me that it's pulling back and it's going in consolidation mode. However, I know it's gonna do a lot more than that. So I'm gonna just watch this 5 minute chart right here and make this money right quick. So remember, this is a small account. I only want $100 a day, but at this point in the game, I want $200 a day. Now I take 150, 130, or 170, but I want 200. However, the goal is $100 a day. We can't be greedy. But if stock to be trading right now, 1.4 million shares, and it's only have a 5.2 million share float, and it's only 7:23 in the morning, something brewing right here. I can't miss out on this brew. We're gonna see what happens right here. My loss is 10% loss. I think I'm in this stock $1,800. So a 10% loss for me is 180, but I'm not going nowhere near that. Let's see what happens right here. Profit taking occurring, which is expected. I'm gonna watch for a minute. They go to pull back. See that channel? That lower channel? It's retreating. You don't want that. That's not good. It's following that lower channel. Break support. I got to get out of it for a loss. So I purposely go to the chart window so I can see how much it's going to move. I purposely don't watch how much I'm losing or how much I'm gaining until I see it close to my point I want to buy or sell. So I just watch it like I'm doing right now in the opposite window. Because you start seeing your money going away or getting negative, you're going to start freaking out like, man, I'm losing money. Now what am I supposed to do? And a lot of times what happens is you will panic and you will sell or you will buy. As soon as you sell or buy, it do opposite of what it's doing before you sold or bought, meaning it's doing exactly what you wanted to do. And you got scared and sold because you saw your profit losing. Now, in my mind, I already know I got to sell this stock if it hits 450. That's my loss window. We have 485 right now, so I'm not close to it yet, but I don't like what it's doing this very moment. However, it's profit taking. I'm sure of that because the early morning overnight hold, they're logging in the computer right now and they're seeing they up a couple $100 and they're getting out of it, which totally makes sense. I'm gonna hold it for a little while longer before I sell my stocks. Let me go back and look though for a minute at my 1 minute micro pullback. 1 minute pullback, you can see down here the RSI and the MACD, they're both bearish, right? We selling off, we selling off. Look here, it's in the channel, right? Now, also, 1 minute chart goes, it says support is right here. Where is that actually? Well, no, it's not. Next support level is 442. First resistance point, 520 area. So we don't want to break that channel. We want to stay where it's at and then reverse up to the upside. It's way too much volume in stock for it to be going down like this. So I'm not concerned right now. It takes one big buyer to come in here and clean all that up. Let's go to my chart. I'm losing. See that? It's okay though. I'm not concerned. Look at all those buyers. That's a bear flag. See that bear flag right there? That's a bear flag. So if it was market hours, I would have sold by now. Because it's pre-market and I know the action is slower, I hold it. Now, if all else fails, I would sell at 450. But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get nowhere near 450. So that's not even my thought process. We got 4 red candles in a row of sell power. So See that green line right there? That's my EMA right here. They got my EMA. If it cracks that EMA, that's my selling point. I need to get out of it. So either EMA become support or become resistance. Either way, I need to sell it if it bounces below that EMA. I'm gonna hold off for a minute. But here it is though. If you one of those traders who don't know how to follow um, a trend or how to follow pattern, these these lines right here, these freaking regression channels, is like stealing money. Look here though, I put the channel in way back here, and I said to you guys, it's gonna either go down this whole channel like it's doing, or it's gonna be reverse. But then with here, I figure, okay, we're gonna bounce that to the upside. But the buyer stepped in heavy, and you see here, it been heavy buying volume for the last freaking 20 minutes. If you go to the 15-minute candle, you can see the same thing. 15 going 30 minutes, and it's going straight down, which is totally what you do not want. So I can sell right now and take a little loss and keep pushing, or I can keep making this video and show you guys why you don't want to hold on to a stock too long. Don't look at that. That ain't correct. It's still banging that the EMA. Way too many shares being traded for not to have. See, this is why I don't buy stocks with no news either. On this big of a move with no news, that's why I didn't buy it overnight. But then this morning it pops up 7 o'clock and makes a move. No news, nothing. Why? Either again, it's options being closed out, or it's some insider trading going on that no one knows about. Or it may even have a freaking offering and you don't know about it yet until market opens. All three of those things is not good if you don't know what direction it's going to move in. Look at that sellout. That's it for me. I'm out. I'm going to get out of this stock because that ain't what I'm trying to do. It's telling me to get out of it. I'm going to get out of it for a loss. You can't win them all. Can't win them all. Let's watch. A few buyers to pile in here, move the stock up. It's odd to see this many red candles in a row. But it's hovering over that EMA. It's not jumping. It's not breaking that EMA totally, so that's a good sign. Remember, it's a small account. With a large account, I would have been out by now. But it's a small account, so my goal is $100 a day. With a larger account, I could have bought way more shares and could reach that $100 easier or $200 easier than I would have with a small account. Now, with $100 a day, goal, I need at least a 30% win. It's pulling all the way back. It's crazy. It's pulling all the way back. Let's find that first 5-minute candle that create new high. It's crazy. No news, it went up. With no news, it also pulled back. I'll put the order in now. I can always move it up and down the axis as I want to. Check that. I can drag it how I want to drag it. It broke the 450 channel. Oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. All those buyers over there, not moving it. Be careful of pump and dumps. It's doing nothing. I should got out of stock a long time ago. A long time ago. But I'm still watching like a dummy. I'm down $300. I'm not concerned about that. I get that back no problem. But I'm concerned about the fact that how it's showing all green. You know, 1.8 million shares being traded, 5 million share float. However, no news at all. And it does this, which is odd. All these buyers piled up over here. But there's no movement, which is odd. Hmm. This 450 point is a key part. Remember, $half marks are your biggest resistance points or dollar marks. 10-cent marks are big, but the $half and dollar are the biggest ones. Just watch a couple minutes more. I'm shocked that it only had one big candle in it. Second one, it was the one that this fell back on, which is odd. It's a 5-minute candles. Usually you have a big move, and a couple more big moves will go with it. But in this case, it was a big move, one more big move, and that was it. It's 7:39 in the morning, so I don't trade this early normally, but today I did. Let me hop out of this. I give up. 450. Come on, hit that point and get me out of the stock. 450. It's a loss I shouldn't have took right here. There's no way, no reason in hell I should have lost. It stayed dropping. Steady dropping. That was a 90-cent loss. That was terrible. That was freaking terrible. That was a terrible trade. I drew the channels up here. You saw the channels going down. I should have been got out of it. I didn't do that. It broke my channel. I still held on to it. I should have sold way up here, as you saw in the video. I didn't do that. I kept riding the wave down. And look what happens. Straight down. I said it was a bear flag. It was a bear flag. I still held onto the stock knowing it was a bear flag. And here I am now, sitting on a $339 loss. Trying to prove a point and show this is what happens when you don't follow the rules. Now, in this case, you may see it as I lost $339.50. It was actually a lesson showing you why you cut losses early, first of all. Second, how you follow the flag pattern, seeing that's going to do what it's going to do. It's pretty obvious and drew out what it's going to do at the beginning. Third issue is make sure you follow the steps. Now, in this case, I called out the first flag, the first candlestick that was going to move to the positive side. I could put in the group, I said, OBLG just made a move. I watched it, but didn't buy it. I saw it run up. So my goal was to buy it on the first green candle that makes a new high, which is right here. However, I didn't buy it. I flipped back and forth to other stocks, looking at charts, came back over here, and I saw at this point, oh, it's up still. Let me get into it. Hopped in at 526. It's way up here. Was just all wrong. All wrong. I hopped in there. I let it ride up a few cents. 20 cents, right? Next candle, it popped. 547. I didn't sell it. I held on to it. Should have got out right there. 25-cent gain. 25-cent gain. 350 stocks, right? My goal is 100, aka 200 a day. So 350 stocks, and I could have made 520 or 547. We're gonna say 20 cents a share. It's only 70 bucks. That's why I didn't sell it. But I should have bought it again way back here, and I called out in the group, hey, OBLG made a move. So I lost 339. This is true. You can't win them all. However, this is why I don't buy stocks with run-ups with no news, because it tells me something going on inside. Either A, they're closing these options. B, insider trading. C, a direct offering is coming soon. Or yeah, it's all negative, nothing good. Let's go back to the charts again. MXC still fading. USEG not doing much of nothing. BRN doing nothing. And you see OBLG still looking like crap. So you choose to watch for the first pullback. So in my case, I could have waited for the first pullback, which should have been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 minutes later, and I could have hopped in back here on the first candle make a new high, which is probably right here. Let's see what happens. It's a terrible trade. Terrible, terrible trade. But again, it's a learning experience. It shows Now, if you remember correctly, a few months back, I made a trade on purpose, losing money, showing people why it's difficult, or you shouldn't chase a stock or hold on too long because you think it may come back up. It may come back up, but it's gonna take a while to get to that point. It may run negative for a half hour, an hour, and you stay losing money in the stock. You holding it on a downswing. Then you get to that point you wanted to be at, or it stops that for support. It bounces back up. You may have bought back here, or even right here, or even down here if you're lucky, and bought on the swing up. Now you see here, this stock here turns green. This candle here, if it's green above this one, that's the buy-in point right there. Let's watch it live. If it pops this point here of a 455, that's your buy-in point. Let's see what it does right here. Now if it popped this 455 mark, 456 mark, that's your buy-in point. Let's watch. The first 5-minute candle, green candle, that creates a new high. That's your buy-in point. Let's see. I'm not giving anybody advice. I'm saying what I do. Never will I buy a stock that's up 100% like it was here this morning with absolutely no news. That is the worst thing I can do because it tells me it's being manipulated. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm showing you the charts. Now you saw as well my regressional channels where I could have sold, saw what I was doing, I made the bearish flag. I called it all out. But I still held it, seeing if it's going to be reversed in the bottom right here, which it didn't. But I also called that it wouldn't do that. I said, possibility up here, it can do it. When I saw it broke that channel, I said, nah, we done. And I still held it down. My original loss was 150 bucks. Well, no, 180 bucks was 10%. But I held longer to see was it going to continue to go down further. Because sometimes they fake you out. But in this case, I knew for a fact it wasn't going to do that. But I held it anyway, showing why you don't want to hold. Now, I might have lost 339, but that's not much at all. I can get that back in one trade easily. However, it is much. It's a loss. Any loss is much. It's too much. Here we are trading 2 million shares of a 5 million share float. And you look here, it's doing nothing. If you look here, level 2, you got buyers piling in, but even still, it's doing nothing. So when the stock runs real fast in the morning like it just did, usually you wait for the first pullback, right? If you miss the entry point, it's right here for me. I wait for the first pullback. In this case, it looked powerful. It had a 5 million share float, 2 million shares traded at that point. Well, 1 million shares traded at that point. I figured, cool. We got some volume in here. We got 1 million shares traded on a 5 million share float. Oh man, we good. So I hopped in here, which is way too late. Then I ran up for 20 cents and I held on thinking it would cross 550. My sell point was 575. It didn't cross 550. Then it dumped. When it dumped, I should have waited one candle at the most and hopped out of it. Instead, I held it. Now, I'm going to hold it a little while longer to see what happens. I drew some channels showing what channel it's going to do. It's going to go up here or down here, those what it's going to do. It popped that upper channel, went to the lower channel, and straight down how it pointed in the graph. Identical how I drew the channels in there. So next buying point here is 453, which is a high, well, 454. If the candle is green, hits 454, that's your buying point. Let's watch. As long as the RSI and the MACD are pointing upwards. The RSI pointing upwards, the MACD, not quite. Here we go. 454 the buy-in point. 455. Let's watch. 454. Here we go. Bam. 456. What's going on here? Just sitting there. Just sitting there. $54. Just sitting there. Not doing much of nothing. 54. Still sitting there. Something crazy going on in this stock, I'm telling you. This green line here is the EMA. Don't forget. 456. 57. 60. 62. I called it, right? It's a crazy stock right here, for real. I don't like it at all. 58. Next point is right here at 462. Then we got 480. 59. Let's go. 58. 60. It's wacky. Okay, I'm logging off now. I'm gonna post this video. Again, I lost 339 bucks a day and 50 cents. On a trade, I shouldn't have lost nothing at all. I should have hopped in way earlier. Right? Way back here, first 5-minute candle making new high. 7 a.m. exactly. When TD Ameritrade opened up, I should have saw this immediately and hopped in immediately. I didn't do that. Second candle, 5-minute candle, I hopped in there, but even still it was way too late. Cause I was over here looking at these charts here, also in the group saying, hey, OBLG made a big move on the first green candle. I didn't buy it myself. I came back to it, I saw it was already ran up too high. I waited for the first pullback to get into that green candle. It popped up here, it pulled back, moved over here. I hopped in the bottom right here, 426 somewhere. I popped in it and it ran up. And I missed that 547 marked sell point. I missed it. It's okay. Came back over. I waited. Should have got out right here. I drew some channels. Show you in the group how the channels were going. I didn't buy or sell those channels. I kept holding it. Look here. 467 still going. Remember I called the 455 mark. I didn't sell. I kept on freaking holding it. And it went down. I watched it go down, telling you guys, hey, it's going to pop this point here. It's going to keep dumping. Here we are. And it kept dumping and dumping and dumping. And I sold right here. I knew for a fact that I was done. Because I could have went even lower, right down here to 429. But I said, okay, you're going to buy in again on the first green candle to create a new high, which is right here, 456. You could have bought it at 455, 456. Popped up a quick 12 cents and been on your way. It's going on. It's going on now at 450, 448 right now. It's a price tag right now. And you see here, it's not doing much to nothing. It's a weak candle. So lollipop, inverse lollipop, which meaning it's more sell power than buy power. You don't want to buy that candle. The RSI is right here. It's still hitting at 52. The sweet spot is 40 to 70. That's your buy-in points, usually 40 to 70. That's good buy-in points. For me at least. On a MACD, it is doing much nothing. You look over here to level 2, you'll see that we have buyers coming in, but they are at 410. They way down here at 410. So they're putting the stock down. If you look at the level 3 over here, you'll see a lot of sellers piling in here at 440 area, 444. Current price 447. They're all around that 440 area. Look at your orders here. The buyers coming in, but not as strong as you need them to come in. So here we are. My $339 loss. It's what you don't want to do, is what I just showed you guys. And again, I lost this money kind of on purpose, but not all the way on purpose. When I started dumping, I knew I was down. I said, okay, I'm taking it down a little while longer and show you what it won't do. I'm okay with losing $339 because it could have been a lot worse. Also, it could have been, what's this right here? It could have been better than what it was. So again, I lost $339.50, partially on purpose, partially wasn't on purpose, but I'll get that back easy one trade. So I'll show you guys what you don't want to do and what to look for, and follow these trend lines, follow these bearish flags, follow these bull flags. These things here are going to show you everything you need to do. Follow your support levels, follow your resistance levels, everything you need to do. Look at the volume, look at the share flow, look at the current price, look at the bidders, look at the sellers. It's so many items you got to look at before you buy a stock or sell a stock. Make sure you cross reference all those different facts. With that being said, don't be greedy. Stay green, and one trade away.